The Bleakest Keep. A Souls-like game with a good idea, but the actual game itself has some annoying things. Very unbalanced and very unfair. But basically, yeah, it's worth its price, but too unbalanced. So there was an update several days ago that added new melee weapons, but aside from this, the game is still unbalanced, especially at the final boss, something we'll check out later. So for this run I will use the heavy sword. It's the best weapon. We'll call it the easy mode. And special attacks, I don't really care about this. Doesn't change much. Spin is useful. You have that 360 all around yourself attack. Very useful for any enemies coming from behind. And as a starting perk, I would highly recommend. I like tricky knives. It's useful when you want to go faster and avoid several areas full of mobs. And aside from that, healing potions are very useful, and since there are no checkpoint features in this game, you're gonna need them a lot. And speed potions, I don't care. I'm gonna stick with tricky knives. Now, since I finished and completed the game, I did unlock some outfits. I'm gonna start with this one. Let's go. So yeah, for those that don't know, the Bleakest Keep is about defeating 3 bosses, if I'm not mistaken. 4, sorry. And yeah, Souls-like because you can dodge, block, parry attacks, such as this, etc. There's a good video from, I think it's Pineapple, Iron Pineapple or something, I don't remember his name exactly, on YouTube, where he makes a little compilation of Souls game a compilation of new Souls games, and that's how I discovered this little Souls-like wannabe. So the beginning is rather easy and nothing special by itself. Those levels are randomly generated, and the enemies here are also randomly generated. Here I have all the easy ones. Sometimes you immediately get the gargoyles. I'm not sure about screaming banshees. That one is a gargoyle. So yeah, all about this game is finding the good balance between The main issue with the game is anything you can unlock here is not permanent. It's only for the duration of your run. If you die, if you restart, quit the game, there is no loading your game. There are no save files. There is only the general progress when you unlock Steam achievements. Aside from that, anything you do during the game is only valid for the run. Which means if your run ends one way or another, you'll have to restart from the very beginning. So, I'll take the potions. They'll be useful. Let's heal. And that will be it for now. This outfit, Juliette, the shopkeeper, is wearing, is a new outfit that was introduced with an October update. And voila. I usually destroy those barrels. They contain ammo, sometimes money, sometimes nothing. So yeah, there's nothing that interesting here. Those flies are seriously boring. Not the longbow. Before leaving that area, I should have explained something regarding the weapon parts and the chests. Let's say you open a chest and there is a weapon, but you do not want to pick it. So you have to leave it here. The problem is that on the bottom left corner, let's see if I can move. No, I can't. There is a weapon parts counter. The more weapon parts you have, the more effective weapons you'll be able to buy at the shopkeep. The problem is that if you do not pick the weapon, even though you don't want it, your weapon parts counter will not go up. So sometimes you have to pick up worse weapons than what you currently hold, just to increase the weapon parts counter. That's annoying. So yeah, basically all of this area is randomly generated. The drawbridge over there is static. It's always present at the same position. Let's try to save some ammo. So yeah, the beginning is rather slow, nothing special to do. Surviving, picking up ammo, and the new perks. So the gameplay is all about timing, which means you have to parry. To parry, you have to block at the right moment. And sometimes chests contain those perks you can buy at the shopkeep. Funny thing, you can parry the Banshee's scream. Very useful. And yeah, depending on the enemy, you may earn coins, which is the XP points too. It serves as both. The more coins you have, the more upgrades you can buy at Juliette. Oops. and there is a ranking system. The way you quickly or not complete the game and how many heals you use, you get a rank at the end of your run, and you may unlock certain items or skins when you get an A rank, but it's rather very difficult. And the main condition is your running time, the one we can find at the bottom left. Those are useful. Blocking an attack will grant a short speed boost. Running speed, not necessarily. Reload speed will become irrelevant, because when you parry an attack, you can automatically reload your weapons. Quick trigger will be useful, and accuracy too. And this is the weapon part stuff I was talking about. We'll need 12 of them to craft a legendary weapon. Some legendary weapons are goofy, some useful, some useless. And the point is to have one of the best weapons possible, to not turn crazy when you fight the final boss, Cormac. So this is one of those big enemies, not a boss by itself, but let's call it a special enemy, like the Banshee or the Gargoyle. As long as you parry his attacks, you'll be fine. There we go. Since I'm using the heavy sword, my attacks are more powerful than the standard sword. That's why the giant was taken down rather quickly. Then again, there are perks that increase the damage you inflict, so how you play the game is up to you. I never tried the no upgrade run. I don't think I'm skilled enough for this. It's not like Souls game where you have a checkpoint system. Here in this game, as soon as you die, there is no retry. You have to start from the very beginning. So you can't actually get better at the game with a checkpoint. There are no checkpoints, so it becomes very frustrating very easily. The worst case was when I had a pretty decent run under 50 minutes, and I had a game over because my character, Edward, went out of bounds in the final boss arena, and just because of some bullshit stuff like this, I have to restart everything, and all my progress was lost. So I was thinking about how to deal with the Gargoyle and the Banshee. Whoops. Separating them is the best way forward. And now the Banshee is rather easy. Just parry her screaming and you'll be fine. She doesn't have a lot of health. So yeah, what this game is missing is a checkpoint feature. Or something that makes it less annoying when you die at a boss or something, to have a second chance, or maybe just reload from 1 or 2 level before, not just end of the run and restart from the beginning. Anyway, spin attack does more damage, knockback enemies can be useful. Reload weapon, yes, of course. And tricky knives for later. Let me heal first. And Juliet is of course the shopkeeper right here. Eye candy mostly. I'm not gonna complain. Let's fix the weapon here. Good. First boss of the game. Nothing fancy. Just parry at the right time and that's it. And try to stick close. Ranged weapons against him can be powerful, but his ranged attack are dangerous. It's much better to simply parry his melee attacks. See, I messed up the parry timing on the gunshot here. When his health goes down, he swings his attacks faster. Yeah, and I still missed it. Shame on me. But he's still easy to defeat. Nothing too fancy here. Okay, that was rather lousy, but not focusing on the game and giving explanation is kinda tricky, so yeah. Accuracy, no. Recycling, I don't care. Let's go for the lucky weaponry. It will be very useful at the end. So, we just completed the first part, which is the outside maze and the first boss, the king. Now we are going inside the castle itself from the sewers. We will only go up now. Can't see anything. Camera can be kinda... There we go. I took way too much hits. Bloody revolver. Let's go. Let's not fight both of them at the same time. There we go. That's much better. Repair your weapon, I don't care. Increase the effects of potions and wrenches. Yeah, sure. Let me grab a potion first. There we go. Oh yeah, one interesting thing, especially if you're aiming for an A rank. When you get inside Juliet's shop, like I am right now, the timer gets paused, so you have all the time in the world to browse the shop or take a break or anything. You can of course pause the game too, but yeah, interesting detail. Let's move on. a gargoyle and a troll. Now, if you want to be efficient, the best thing to do right now is to stay near the troll, because he has friendly fire. He will inflict damage and take care of all the enemies around you. So yeah, best thing to do is to stick close and let the troll do his job of making everything convenient. There we go. After you've defeated an enemy like this and you keep swinging your weapon, it's useful to get more ammo, just in case. That's why you will sometimes see me still hitting the enemy, even though it's dead. Now, let's try and not take that much damage. Frying pan is very useful. I'm gonna pick it. It has an AoE effect on it. Useful when there are a group of enemies in front of you. Pretty powerful too. Boomerang, well, I'll let you see what it does. Boomerang is very useful against the spider boss, which is the next one we're gonna fight. The second boss. There are 4 bosses. Let's leave the area. I'm getting killed right now. Just gonna focus for a second. I'm kinda messing things up here. Not used to provide commands while playing. You can shoot down those chandeliers. They'll deal a lot of damage. Very useful. Right now I'm using an Xbox controller. The game is best played on mouse and keyboard, but my arm kinda hurt right now, so I'm gonna use the controller. And actually the game can be played in both ways. There isn't necessarily a preferred method here. Oh, and yeah, the tricky knives are used to open those doors. Fighting on the stairs. Let's try not fall to our death over there. Headshots count, even with melee attacks, which means that if you manage to hit the head of an enemy with your sword, you'll deal more damage. Before picking up a new weapon, I'd rather use what I have right now. I've got like 40 of those throwing axes. Let's use them. And pick up the old shotgun. Not that much ammo, but it's very powerful. And has a spreading action when you shoot. 10 weapon parts. Pretty good. I could save up ammo by not shooting, but at this point I should be fine. I'll take potions, they are always useful. I'm not gonna craft a weapon right now. I'll wait for the legendary weapon. I need 2 more parts. Increased strength. Yes, they'll always be useful. 20% chance to not consume ammo. This is gonna be useful for later. And with the remaining money, tricky knives or speed potion. Let's go with tricky knives. Speed potion is mainly useful in, I think, 2 cases. The final boss and one of the areas before the final boss, I guess. Oh, and the clock tower. It's useful in the clock tower. So having 2 of them can be useful. You can of course manage without any speed potions. But yeah, I think 2 is the, let's say, the mandatory if you want a not too annoying experience. Now, enemies will pop up from different angles here, behind walls. It's best not to aggro all of them together. Luring them one by one is very useful. Of course, time consuming, but if you want to play it safe, that's your best course of action. Barrels left and right, useful for ammo. Oops. I wasn't paying attention. Automatic crossbow is a decent weapon. We are gonna arrive at one of the bosses right behind this this gate. A wrench to fix weapons. This boss is one of the easiest. It can be rather long if you don't have the correct ranged weapon, but if you play it safe, you'll be fine. It's just gonna take a while. It can get sometimes very boring too. You'll see for yourself. The most difficult thing here is not seeing the enemy. As soon as the big spider is in front of you, you should be fine. And when it gets far, you can shoot it with your ranged weapon. It deals a decent amount of damage. What you have to mind are the jumping attacks. They are rather fast and you don't necessarily see whatever happens on the screen. Oops. Just as I was saying, I just got jumped. So yeah, aside from that, if you stay calm, you should be fine. Oh, and lighting in this arena is dynamic. If there are clouds in the sky, the light can be blocked by the clouds. I got good RNG here. There is enough lighting and the boss isn't that much annoying right now. I'll be fine. Several more attacks and we'll be good to go. Let's go for a headshot and let's move out. As I said, this boss is rather easy. Now we are gonna get to the tricky part. Fighting the queen. The queen is the second most difficult boss in the game. Unless you have a specific ranged weapon that works well on her. But that's RNG, so well, we'll see. What's most difficult here is getting to the boss, not the boss itself. Because we've seen gargoyles, trolls, banshees among special enemies. The worst one is the werewolf. Especially dangerous if there are other enemies next to the werewolf. If the werewolf is by itself, it's rather manageable. Good thing I can get potions from those chests. Okay, right now it's a pretty decent run. We are halfway through. I guess this is gonna take 1 hour. Since I'm commenting, I think I'm taking my time with some areas and bosses. It's difficult to focus and talk at the same time while playing. Now the good thing is I managed to pick up good weapons, good ranged weapons I mean. We should be good to go. Now I need one more weapon part, so let's be patient. Meanwhile, I'm gonna grab stronger items, useful for potions mostly. Reloading speed isn't very important. Weapons magazine depends on the legendary weapon you're gonna use at the end. I am not necessarily gonna upgrade this. Fire rate speed is useful. And the amount of ammo found from ammo drops. This is interesting. Let's get some more health and we should be good to go. And let's grab some tricky knives. They are always useful. 10 knives and I think it will be enough to go all the way to the end of the game? We'll see. Let me think for a second. This part can be tricky. Yeah, as I was saying. There we go. If you can see all the enemies in front of you, you are fine. But if there are some of them outside of your sight, it can be dangerous very quickly. Let me just prepare my... yeah, we're gonna stick to the knife. Oh, and a werewolf. Let's run. This is gonna be difficult. Thankfully, I have the run faster after a parry. It works well. Let's throw this here. I don't have enough... I'm not ready to fight all of them. There is a tough one right here. I don't have what it takes to eliminate it. Let's just run. I'm not gonna earn coins for this, but sometimes it's just better to leave the area. Running away is sometimes safest. Because like I said before, at the beginning, there are no checkpoints. If you die, you have to restart everything from the start. No checkpoints in the save system. So you have to play it safe. Now, thankfully I managed to get a decent number of healing potions. That's great. Oh, surprise enemy. I wonder if they get fall damage. I guess they don't. I can see him moving over there. Anyway, bloody shotgun. Gonna be useful in due time. Is that a werewolf? Okay, we have a werewolf over there. I'm gonna play it safe. Let's see. I have to think. Okay, it spot. Now it spotted me. Let's run. Go to safe place. Werewolves can be fast, like very fast. One hit, parry. One hit, parry. One hit, parry. You hit it once, then you parry. Then you hit, then you parry. That's the best course of action. It works rather well. Unless there are other enemies around, which was the case here. But thankfully I managed. It wasn't that big of a deal this time. Now, fire rate, and let's heal. Health is gonna be very important. Oh, and I can craft a legendary. Headshot revolver. Ah, that's one of the best. Usually, one bullet to the head is enough to kill an enemy with this legendary gun. So, headshots will immediately return the bullet back into the magazine. Very heavy damage to headshots. Slow fire rate. But thankfully, with perks, we can increase fire rate. So it's not that big of a deal. And very small magazine isn't a deal neither, because there are perks that allow you to increase the number of ammo in a magazine. Repeating rifle is interesting, but your dodge ability is kinda deactivated, so it's not useful, not in my case, but with the way I play the game, so I'll avoid this. We're gonna go for the headshot revolver. Now, while I am here, I'm gonna take a short break. I should be back in a few minutes. Alright, back on track. Let's grab some ammo. I think before going on my short break there was a question of werewolf, or I took care of it near the elevator. Yeah, let's go. One of the good things is that you can parry ranged attack, thankfully, and not just block. So, oh yeah, now that I have a legendary weapon, I cannot pick up any weapon on the ground, because otherwise I lose my better weapon. So I have to be careful about this. Now, one of the good things with this headshot revolver, as long as I land headshots, I will not run out of ammo. What I have to be careful about is the weapon degradation. If the weapon is used too much and I don't repair it, it may break and I lose it. There's a troll. Nothing fancy. to be careful about this bone throwing skeleton over there. And I get hit right as I say this. See, one headshot. And my ammo count is okay. Let's keep on. Let's not use it too much neither, but just feels so much better like this. There we go. Let's not use a tricky knife right now. I'll start using them at the clock tower, which is, I think, right after this level. Let me check. That wasn't good. I've got ammo. My health is kinda okay. Okay, this is a tough one. Not because of the skeletons, but in case we have a werewolf right over there, we have to be careful. Thankfully, I have my very useful gun. Oh, excellent. 2 headshots. We are back into the game. I have to be careful about weapon degradation. Let's fix it. And go for melee right now. If I'm careful, we should be fine. That's okay. As long as you take out the werewolves before they get dangerous, you'll be fine. Let's grab that chest over there. It may contain a perk that you won't have to purchase at Juliet, such as this one, so it's always good to go after chests. And yeah, we're gonna reach the slightly more fast-paced part of the game. Oh, that's a werewolf. Let me focus just for a second here. There we go. And just to not get crowded, I'm gonna fight them right here, just to be safe. There we go, that was clean. Let's heal up. There we go. I have 4 health potions. I should be and 5 now. I should be fine. Tricky knives for the doors. I just wasted 3 ammo and weapon repair points. I should be careful. So the one that took 2 shots to the head to get down is one of those skeletons full of armor. If you shoot them in the limbs or the torso, they won't get any damage. You have to headshot. If you go melee on them, it's gonna take a while to first destroy the armor and then cut down the enemy. So best thing to do is to simply go for headshots, like I just did. I guess they are just like werewolves. It takes 2 headshots with the headshot revolver. Okay, the clock tower. a short level, but depending on RNG, you may encounter too much werewolves or badly positioned gargoyles. You have to be careful about this. So, let's fight it first before leaving. This is very dangerous. Okay, now he's down. I'm gonna run and run away. Let's not take any risks. This one is gonna have to be put down. Drink potion. Okay, we should be good. Let's dodge here. Swiftly remove this one. And if I parry the bones, I should be fine. This is kinda messy, but that's better than my usual, so I won't complain. There's an enemy right outside this wall. Let me prepare my stuff and let's go. Alright, we should be good now. So, that door over there leads to the Queen Elenid boss fight, if I pronounce the name correctly. So, I will need to fix my weapon. This is important, we cannot lose it. Now, let's go shopping. I'm gonna need a wrench, just to be safe. Tricky knives, I should be fine. Reload speed is not really relevant, because I have another perk that is equally or maybe more useful. Weapons magazine, just in case I'll take one. Melee strikes will drop ammo, this can be useful. Running speed, just in case. And let's heal. And one more freaking knife. Yeah, that should be good. Now we are ready for this boss fight, the third one. Let me check. I have one wrench, this should be enough. Healing potions in case I miss a parry. And let's get going. Yeah, she can teleport, and it's annoying. Yeah, you can parry bombs. I should have dodged that. Oops. I'm gonna focus on the fight and not comment too much. I'll let you see what happened on the screen. That was big lightning shots can be parried. Small fire like this too. But the red energy beam is not to be parried. It's to be dodged. It's too risky otherwise. Oops. Wrong input. I should have parried even though there's the killer. Thankfully there is friendly fire. I'm gonna die. This is not good. seriously, I'm gonna die. This may be the end of the run. I was too messy. That's too bad. Well, I wasn't focused enough, so yeah, that was bound to happen. So, like I was saying at least 3 or 4 times during the stream, try again or change starting gear does not do much aside from, you know, restarting from the very beginning. So, yeah, I'm gonna call it today for today. That was the Bleakest Keep. I'm not sure I'm gonna continue making videos on this. At this point, it's just not worth the time. I mean, you spent almost an hour, and as soon as there is one fail, you have to restart everything. It's too much time consuming. Anyway, I hope you still liked it. The game isn't that expensive. I think it's around 10 bucks or something. So yeah, if you're interested, check out Steam. And otherwise, you should maybe wait for sales. At least a 50% discount should be decent. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you on another video.